Good evening, everyone, or good night, or good morning, whatever time you may be viewing this video. This is YieldMax Mindset coming to you with week 21 portfolio review of my Robinhood account. During this video, we will review my Robinhood account. We will look at my Excel spreadsheet. We will cover the 11 weekly ETFs, and we will look at our Snowball analysis website, and then we will conclude with our Q&A questions from YouTube. All right, let's begin. So here you can see currently we have an investment value of $55,000. Live, we're currently down $181. Today we're down $745. For the week, we're down $1,000. For the month, we're up $1,400. For the past 3 months, we're up almost $20,000. Year to date, from January 1st to January 26th, we're up almost $11,000. In the past year, we're up $32,000. And all time, we're up almost $24,000. All right. So you can see how the 3 month progress was down November the 3rd of 2024 at 29,000, and we have progressed getting all the way up to 68, but I think we actually hit an all-time high of 71,000 a few weeks back. All right, let's look at our margin. Our margin account, we can see we have a new total available margin of $65,395, and we have borrowed $51,417 dollars and 70 cents. And we have a pending order for a drip that's I believe it's on YBTC, I believe it is, to reinvest this when the market opens up on Monday. And you can see we have a buffer of over $9,400. Interest rate is down from 5.75% to, let's show you, instead of talking about it, let's show you. All right, so so when you use a margin, the first $1,000 is always free. So you can borrow $1,000 and pay it back and not pay a penny on it. But if you want to do like I'm doing and use more, then yeah, you get charged a little more interest. All right. All right, so let's hit these. All right, so now we have Coney. Coney closed on Friday at $13.91. We have a market value of almost $70,000. We're currently down over $2,400, and our average cost is $14.39 compared to $13.91. We have 5,000 shares, which is one of the goals we wanted to achieve, and that is a 65% portfolio density. Our last dividend payout was here on January the 10th, 4,000 shares at 83 cents, yield us $3,300 in dividend pay. And shortly after that, we bought 100 shares on January the 13th, giving us 4,100. And when we got a little bit more margin power and the market was down, we bought 900 shares on January the 15th at 1301. All right, let's hit the next one. Misty's currently 27.55. We have a market value of almost just a little bit over $19,000. We're up almost $1,000. Average price is 26.14. You can see we are in profit. 700 shares with Misty. Last dividend payout was just last week, I believe. 700 shares at $2.28 yield us almost $1,600. All right, moving right along. OT is that right? OT, yes. OT is 868, $2,600. Average cost 1025. We're down $470. Tesla Tesla is Tesla is $13 is where it closed it on the market. We have a market value of just over $3,300. We're currently down $266. We have 260 shares. We did get paid out, I believe, last week on the 24th. We have 260 shares at 72 cents. Yield us $186.42. Just a quick reminder, disclaimer. Um, this is what I'm doing. I'm just showing you what I'm investing in my portfolio. I'm not telling anyone to buy or anything like that. So please do your own due diligence before selecting these ETFs. My results are not guaranteed to be your results because our entry price is different, and so therefore you can't expect the same results that I'm getting. Next, we have SMCY. It closed at 24.93, and let's see here. We're currently just under $5,000, and we're currently down almost $1,000. Average cost has come down to 29.72. 200 shares. We added 20 more shares to this position. Let's see here. Did we get paid out on SMCY? The last time we got paid out was on the 17th. We had 180 shares at 172. Yield us 309.87. YBIT. YBIT is closed at 1240. We have 310 shares. Average cost of 1349. 25 shares. We're down just over $2,700. IWMY ended at 3045. $730 is a market value. We're down almost $300. $42 our average price. 24 shares. And we did buy some new positions. We will discuss that. Round Hill. Round Hill is one of the new positions that we've had maybe a week or two. We have it closed at 52.68. We have just over $1,000 in market value of $5,700. Average cost is 49.87. 20 shares, and that's a good thing right there on a margin. Maintenance requirement of 25%. This is our pending, so when the market opens, it's going to reinvest at $7.75. All right. And this is why BTC, it is included, I believe, in the weekly ETFs. All right. Next, we have AIYY, closed at 765, $76 is a market value. We're down $9,200. Average cost almost $17, 10 shares. YieldMax, we added back in, got back into YieldMax. We haven't been back in this position since we sold out in November at maybe $17 or $18, I believe we sold out at. All right, so the market closed at 1665. This is a weekly ETF of YieldMax. We have a market value just over $16. We're down 25 cents, and we have one share. So we're getting back in there. Round Hill, XPay. This is a new position that we got into, and I got in this because XPay is guaranteed to pay out $95 minimum per month, guaranteed for the rest of the year. That's what they're showing on the website. And if they make more premium during the course of that month, they will pay out more, because I think I've seen it go as high as 97 cents per share. So it closed at 58.43. Our average cost is 58.43 because we only have one share with up 9/10 of a penny, or however you say that. All right, the next Round Hill, and this is the one I like. I like this one really because it's an ETF on Ethereum, if I'm not mistaken. YETH. Let's look it up right quick. YETH, I believe it's on Ethereum. I don't know if it's going to disclose that or not here. Let's see. Fun. It doesn't say that, but if you see this right here, that means Ethereum. So I believe that's what they got this based on. Well, let's look at the dividends payout while we're here. 385, 229, 166, and 257. That is nice. All right, get back to where we were. Let's see here. We were here, I believe. All right. Oh, that's XPay. So we were here. All right. One share, just getting in here. Uh, don't have a much, trying to keep a buffer so I ain't got a large position. And then there's AMC, my baby. Um, and then there's GME as well. All right, so let's hit this spreadsheet right quick. All right. All right. So we can see here we've gotten paid 3 times this month. We normally only get paid by monthly or 2 times a week. Um, but the way things felt this month, we had 3 payouts. So my active income thus far, and that should conclude my payout for the month of January for active income, just over $5,400 for the month. My passive income is outpacing my active income at 5671.24, and we do have some weekly payouts for this week. I believe this is the last week of January, so we do have some weekly pay that may put that just over $5,700, maybe getting close to $5,800 for the month. You can see my combined income total is just over $11,000. You can see here, these are our credit cards or loans or personal loans, HELOC, um, that I owe, that I got to repay. And so this is the interest that we've been charged this month. You can see that's $2,500 in interest, which is crazy. So we got to get this taken care of so we can actually use this to actually do investing and pay and just building a cash pile. All right, so my Robinhood margin, as you can see, is 51,000, as we showed you earlier. 401k, that's part of the debt that I got to repay back. So I'm totally right now in debt of $260,000.31, bearing anything that I forgot to add. So right now we're not below where we need to be. And this is mainly because I bought the 900 shares of Coney, which was about $11,000. So we had gotten down to like 252, if I'm not mistaken, and buying Coney put us back in that position. All right, so I think that's all I need to cover in that. Yep, so let's move it on. So now let's go over our weekly ETFs. All right, so let's begin here with YieldMax. All right, so YieldMax has had primary 2 weekly ETFs, which was YieldMax, YMax and YMag. This consists of all the ETFs that YieldMax has listed, except for a few, like OT and some of maybe the Big 12 or something. I'm not sure. We could look at it, but I'm not going to do it. You can do that on your own. YMag, the Magnificent Seven. This one, I believe, is going to be Bitcoin and different companies that do mining with Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, um, maybe Mariner or something like that. But it has a few lists in there. And then this one is going to be on tech and AI, I believe. So these are going to be some interesting. This one had a weekly payout last week of, I believe, it was 74 cents. So it will get paid out this week. Um, I'm not sure when this one get paid out. Let's see here. Does it tell us? Let's see here. So it may get paid out this coming Friday. Group B. It may get paid out this coming Friday. And Group B, if any of you all have, is going to consist of these here. If you own any of these, you will get paid out this coming Friday. All right, so that is 4 of the weekly paying ETF by YieldMax. Let's see what we got next on here. We got Defiance. Defiance has Let's see here. I believe this is right. Defiance has QQQY, WTE, and IWMY as their weekly pan ETFs. Now, I'm not telling you to buy any of these, whether Defiance or ETFs. I'm just simply exposing what weekly ETFs are available. If you know, do your own due diligence and make your own decision. All right, so Roundhill has 4 weekly ETF, if I'm not mistaken. This one is going to be one of them, QDTE. The next one is going to be XDTE. RDTE is one of them, and YBTC, which is a position that I'm currently holding right now. I did at one point in time had QDTE and XDTE. All right. Um, is that it? So that was 4 there. Um, that was 3 here, and that was 4 here that I listed. So that is 11 weekly ETFs that you can have put into your portfolio. Let's get back here. All right, so Reg Shares is another um, hedge fund, a fund that has high yielding ETFs, and it's primarily going to be these 3 here: FEPI, API, AIPI, and CEPI. And then they got some other ones here that are like 2X, that are not ETFs, but they're too leverage. I haven't touched any of these. All right, then we have Curve ETFs, which have been getting rave reviews. If you want to get into a high yielding ETF that maintains the NAV and has some appreciation and has a decent yield. It may not be as high as YieldMax, but it has a nice dividend yields. So let's just look at one. Let's go to NFLP. NFLP curve. All right, so we can see here that it's currently at $36. 52-week lows 28, 52-week highs 37. The dividends they paid out a 20% yield, and you can see here are their dividends payout. They've been in the 40s, increased going to the 50s, and the last few had been $1 up until this most recent one. All right, let's see who else we got here. That Neos, Neos ETFs. You can see them listed here. I haven't done any thorough research on Neos, but I do know they are out there doing what they can to give high yield ETFs. Next, we have Granite Shares. They're fairly new, I believe. I think this had something at one time. I thought they was calling this Yield Boost at one time. Yeah, Yield Boost. It's supposed to be pretty good. I haven't dove into this, but I'm just letting you know it's available. All right, let's see here. All right, so now we're at our snowball analysis. So let's take a look at it. All right, so here you can see that our Robinhood position, we have over 17,000 shares. Here it shows you the cost basis for those. So it lets you know that I have invested with margin and a little bit of my own money. For those that are watching, I have of my own money, I have invested approximately $30,000. I had money in there back when GME ran its short squeeze, and with AMC, I got into AMC, put maybe, I don't know, maybe 8 or $10,000 in there. Um, and you can see that it's down a lot, $4,000. So I'm in the whole $4,000. There we go. Boom, right there. Y'all saw that before I saw it, right? So I invested $5,700 into AMC. You can see I'm down $4,700. So my current value is just $1,000 in AMC. Um, and I invested in Doge. Doge, you can see that's $2,200. So that was what, $7,700 maybe combined, maybe 78. And so I had just maybe $5,000 in value at one time with the other positions I had at the time. And then I deposited $26,800 into my Robinhood account, started investing that, turned on margin, and it doubled that 30 to 60,000. And over the course of time, I reinvested and borrowed more margin. So that's a total of $115,000 in there. Our current value stands at $106,000. Um, it's projecting that this year I should get about $125,000. That's going to fluctuate based on the dividend payout and whether I perhaps reinvest. Um, this is the yield, the projecting, 117%. Total profit right now stands at 26,000, over $26,000. Let's take a look at that. So capital gain, we're currently down 9,000 in my overall Robinhood portfolio. The few positions that I've sold, Misty a couple times, and I may have sold Coney one time. So that's $2,000 in profit, and we've received a total of $33,580.70 in dividends payout since around August and September. I actually created a YouTube channel in July, and I didn't post my first video until September on Labor Day. So, you know, do the math. All right. So here, once again, it's showing my total dividends invested. Um, Pretty much similar, the same thing. Let's go back to the dashboard. All right, so you see the current value, 55,000, showing $107,000 invested, passive income 117%. All right, here it shows my future payments as $10,000. It shows the average. That's what that is right there. It's projected over the next 12 months, $126,000. You can see here for the month of January, all the purple dots is what we've gotten paid out, and all the dark green or evergreen or however turquoise um, is showing that we have 258 $254, excuse me, remaining to earn for the remainder of this month. Now, if you see right there, Tesla, I have gotten paid in Tesla. So Snowball.com analysis hasn't actually calculated that into the figure. So what we have remaining is YBIT, YBTC, and IWMY for this week being added to the month of January. Excuse me. The month of February is projecting $7,800, and that's what we're looking, because we did add X paid to this, so it's showing 95 cents. Let's see, there's any other? Nope. All right, so there we go. And once again, for the month of May, Coney is going to pay out twice, so we're looking forward to that. We haven't figured out how we're going to maneuver with that. I'm hoping that Coney will be up on the upward movement, so the dividend will be a nice contribution to our portfolio. All right, so once again, showing what we've gotten paid here, dividends actually received. It's showing over the past 2 years and our current year. Um, that year is it showing up there? See it up there. It's so small you can't see it. See 19 cent, 18 cent. All right. Then it's showing the year 2024 in the blue and purple for 2025. All right, here. So I projection 125 in passive income that will yield us, it's saying $1 million annually, and it was saying we could achieve that goal in 3 years. All right. All right, let's get to our Q&A section of this, and we will be ready to go here in a little bit. Okay, let's get to our first question. I believe that's where we were previously, right? All right, so Red Steel said, I always wanted to know which ones paid weekly and which ones pays monthly. Thank you for the pay per share breakdown. Oh, and let me share this with you. So here's a recap of that. No, here it is, right here. All right, so here's a recap of those weekly that paid 11 ETF that paid weekly. Here's YieldMax, the four. Here's Round Hill, their four, and here's Defiance, their three. Sorry, didn't get that. Oh, um, investment tip. I forgot this. Sorry. A wash sale is what we're going to be talking about on our investment tip. I forgot to mention that. So a wash sale is when an investor sells a security at a loss and then buys a similar security within 30 days. This prevents investors from claiming the loss as a tax deduction. What does it apply to? It applies to stocks, bonds, options, and mutual funds. How does this work, you may ask? Sell a security at a loss, say Apple, say you sold Apple at a loss, and you bought that same position within 30 days uh, um, before or after the sale. The loss is added to the cost basis of the new security. Why does this exist? The wash sale rule prevent investors from abusing tax breaks by selling securities at a loss just to claim a tax benefit. So what are the consequences of this? The loss cannot be used to offset gains in the same calendar year. The cost basis of the new security is increased. How can you avoid this, you may ask? Wait at least 31 days after selling a security at a loss before buying a similar security. So if you bought Apple and you end up selling Apple at a loss because you're like, it's not doing nothing, I'm losing money. So you get out of that position, and then all of a sudden, a week or so later, they get some news and Apple takes off, and you say, I got to get in. Fear of missing out is another one. And you jump in there, you just created a wash sale. So if you want to avoid that, you have to at least wait 30 days if you sell at a loss. Now, if you sell and profit and not at a loss, then if I'm not mistaken, you can get right back in right away. All right. Now we got that out of the way. Thank you all. All right, so he said he wanted to always know which was the weekly PTFs, which is what I just showed you there in the notepad and we covered early in the video. I said you're welcome. There are 11 weekly ETF across the high yield family, and I'll try to go over them in the next week's video, which is this video here, if I didn't forget. All right, next. All right, this is week 20 Q&A. All right. Roger said, do you add any more of your money to grow this or just using the dividends to grow it? So I let him know that I started with about 30,000. Of that, the 28,000, 26,000 came from my 401k, and there was 5,000 that I had, as I showed you earlier in the video, from um, Dogecoin and AMC, along with some other positions, pushed it at about 10 to 12. But the value had came down to about $5,000, and then I deposited 26. Um, and I let them know that I'm reinvesting when I can and using margin to grow the account mainly. He said, awesome, brother. I subscribe to follow the journey. Great work. I'm currently doing the same thing. All right, man. Let me give you a little prop there. Yo, I'm just trying to do this so I can pay off this debt of $260,000 you all saw earlier in this video. Thank you, Mr. Roger. Good friend, Mr. Allen says, do you look to buy shares when it's about time for dividend payout, then sell, or typically just hold throughout the month? Thank you, man. Really like the reviews of your portfolio. Appreciate it, man. Um, just sharing what little knowledge I know. Some of it may be repetitive, some of it may be not too wise. But I let them know that, hey, I buy when I have enough buying power for my dividend payouts because I'm using margin. Um, I buy to hold unless I need the funds for bills or to make a move to buy another position. If I buy if there's a pullback into the red, and especially if it's below my average cost. I sell if it's a strategy move or a substantial move, but I don't just sell. I might sell once. I might sell once. I'm trying to take profit or to rebuy that when there is an opportunity. My main thing right now is building my position up so that I may pay off debt and live off the dividends eventually. He said, "Thank you, man. I love your story and how you're tackling the debt. It is inspiring. It is inspiring. Typically, I have done well with my 401k moves around, but this is so much better in terms of generating income." Yes, sir. Your story is helping others with similar situations. Well, I appreciate that. Um, yeah, I can't be the only one out here in debt. So, just sharing my journey and exposure, trying to be as transparent as I can. I'm happy to shed some light and be a help to others. Thank you, Mr. Al. I appreciate your comments. Keep them coming, man. If whether it's critiquing me or saying, "Hey, man, you should or shouldn't do this," in my opinion, I appreciate it. I also replied to him uh, using, and I know I think this was actually a replying to, yeah, I guess it was to him. I let him know that I'm using margin to build my position and using those positions to generate monthly and weekly income, and using the income, which is dividends, to pay back the margin. Then once I got the margin down to a certain threshold, I would take that money, withdraw it from the Robinhood account, and transfer it into my bank account to pay off debt, then repeat the process. So that's where I'm at now. Um, Savings Strip says, "Why don't you hold it forever? After 1 year, if you can get your return on investment, then it's passive income all the way." Am I right? Yes, I said that's a major part of the long term plan, and you are absolutely right. Saving Strip. Yes, you're absolutely right. So once I get this $260,000 debt, even if I can get it where it's just manageable, where I can use my active income to strictly take care of my monthly bills and not have to dip into my Robinhood portfolio, then I can use that passive income to reinvest and pay down margin and just repeat the process and keep building up monthly income, generational wealth, financial freedom. That is the goal. That is the goal. I just got to get the margin down manageable. Then I can transfer about 20 to 30,000 and pay off my credit cards or personal loan. Transfer that high yield that we did, I showed over here, this $2,500 that I got for 1 month. If I can knock out maybe half of this, that will cut that interest significantly to where I can manage it with my active income. Yeah, so trying to get it there. Let's see here. This was, I think, the prior week video, but let's see whether there's some new questions in here. Nope, everything is more than 8 days old, 7 days old. So, all right, let's go to the shorts. We're almost out of here. Let's see here. All right, my good friend Sharing Success 3663 said 5,000 shares. That is awesome. Gave me some hand clap. Praise the Lord, everybody. Yes. All right, he says, "I can't wait to see your next dividend payment. Good job, brother." Um, got 10 replies in this video. I said, "Thank you, sir, for watching. I can't wait either. Plus, in the month of May, Conan will pay out twice that month." Earnings Shipley said, "Is good buy now. So I think he's asking, I believe this video is related to Coney. Yes. Coney, where I bought 900 shares. He said it's a good buy. And I'm letting him know that basically I can't tell him, hey, yeah, it's a good buy. And it be not. He get in when I suggest it, and then his price go down 20, 30%. And then he'd be like, man, this dude gave me some bad investment advice. Technically, Coney is near all-time lows. So technically it might be a good time, but I can't give you that financial advice. Um, and then yeah, you looking at me cross-eyed. This guy said, uh, YieldMax Mindset, is it a double payment in May? Um, and I replied, yes. Group C has 2 scheduled payments. My good friend here, Sharing Success, says YieldMax pays the monthly ETF every 4 weeks versus once a month. So for Coney, since there's 5 weeks in the month of May, Coney will be paying on the 2nd and the 30th. My man, bravo. He explained that excellent, better than I could have. And he replied, "Oh, okay, I get it. I understand now. Thanks for breaking it down for me. Thank you also, Sharing Success, for helping out." He said, "Will it? Let's see here. Will it also be like that for the other 4 payers?" And I say, if you hold any positions that are in Group C, let's see if I still got it here. Group C. So if you own any of these, if you're watching this video, if you own any of these positions, come May, each one of these will pay out the first week and the last week, if I'm not mistaken. The second and what do you say, the 30th or something like that? Second and the 30th, yeah. Um, and so this is me replying to my good friend here. I would say you would have to judge for yourself on when to buy. That's something I can't provide you with. Everything, everything, experience and situations are unique to the individual buyer, and each individual buyer have to do their own due diligence. So I wish I could tell you, but I'm not a TNA guy. Check this out. So somebody be like, "Yeah, man, let me go show you this right here. We got the 10-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, the Bollinger report, and when it crosses this threshold here, we see an upward movement. That means we're gonna take off." I can't tell you that stuff because I don't know TNA. You got to check people like Oracle, Chris Sane, who deals with options, and King Gray, Stock Mo. Um, what's the other guy? That bees with Uncle Larry. Stocks with Josh. TA. Those guys are technical analysis. Let's see here. My good friend Insurance Assist says, I can't wait to see what your Coney dividends payment is going to be 2 weeks from now. If YieldMax conservatively pays $2 per share, you will receive $10,000. And he said, do you realize how fast you're going to make it to $1 million altogether, including using margin? He said, bravo, bravo. Oh, there's more here. He says a penny double each day for 30 days. If I'm not mistaken, that's $10,000 a month, something like that, or 10 million. Excuse me, $10 million at the end of the year. I googled that. That's the reason why I know that, y'all. I knew there was something because I had seen people ask that similar question. Would you want $1 million, or would you want a penny double for the a day for the rest of the year? Which would be, oh, I think I did it here. Did I do that? Yeah, I did. I said that last payment was only 84 cent. I would think that Coney would need to reach somewhere near between $15 and $16 by the 5th of February to get a really nice payout. Here it is. A road to $1 million will be a little bit slower because, no, I'm not replying to that. I was just replying to my situation. A road to $1 million will be a little bit slower because I first got to pay down the $260,000 in debt. Now then, all this can move faster if the crypto market picks up and runs on an incline slope for 2025 and don't have a crash, a fast crash. One, pay down my margin, pay down about 45 to 50 k of my debt off. Then a change reaction will take place with my debt because that's going to open up things on my financial side with creditors and loans and all these kind of opportunities that will become open. That's going to lower my utilization for my credit, and other opportunities, as I was saying, will open. Matter of fact, I got someone that's ready to give me 0% on 150K as soon as I get my utilization down. And then, man, yes, sir, be ready to take off. Let's see here. Is this old or new? Yep, that's old. I think we're almost finished. Let's check the post. Questions for the post. He said, sounds interesting. What are your thoughts? He's talking about the new weekly ETF that YieldMax mentioned. Um, I said, well, I'm looking forward to the new YieldMax position being made. I'm into crypto and tech, and those sectors are going fast. Should be saying growing fast, and on their way and all the way up for the future. Either I get with it or I get left behind on the gold rush. I like what I'm reading about LFGY and GPTY, but I won't be able to purchase any with my Robinhood account just due to the margin maintenance being at 100% on these. So maybe with a little time, Robinhood will bring them lower this, and I'll be able to get in there. Let's see here. All right. My good friend here said, "Good job, bro." I said, "Thank you so much." Are you doing any investments? This was a while ago, but I don't think I went over it. So YieldMax got this month. Oh, he said he got a $950 this month. Can I drip? Why? Yes, you can use drip while using margin maintenance. This individual, Fresh, said, "Nice. I didn't get my payout because." Gotcha. I remember this. So these are a little old. He replied back, YieldMax, yeah, I finally figured it out and had to get on my desktop version to opt out. But other than that, I never had a problem with SoFi. Still, it'll still use them since they offer 4% on savings account. Yep. So I think all these are older ones. All right. So this is going to conclude our video. We did shave a little time off. I thank you all for tuning in. Let's get this money this coming week. If you all are investing, I won't be doing too much unless I see an opportunity. But I'm good. You all have a good day, a good week, and may God bless and keep you. I'm out.